Welcome to your movement practice. My name is Luke. We're going to get started in a seat. You can find any comfortable seat on your shins, maybe sitting the hips up on a prop. I'm going to find Sukhasana, crossing the legs. And if you're with me and you want to find Sukhasana, doesn't matter what shin is in front, but we're going to walk our hips back away from our feet. We'll walk the feet away from each other. So find almost a square or box shape with the legs. Shins are parallel to the top of your mat. You can find some natural, organic movement. No need to find stillness when you get into your shape. Feel free to find a twist. Reach an arm or two up overhead. Find a side body stretch. Just get some wiggles out of the body before you land. Eventually we will find stillness. When you're ready to move there, don't really think about it, just let your body arrive. Let the hands rest on the legs or the lap. Eyes can close if that's comfortable, or just have a nice soft gaze out in front of you, not focused on any specific point in space, but having more of that wider lens. That wide, soft gaze kind of acts as a metaphor for our internal awareness. Rather than focusing on one specific thing, like the breath or a mantra, can you allow yourself to broaden or widen your lens and take in whatever arises or passes through in your awareness. Maybe that's a sound in your environment that you're noticing, or any other sense that your body is perceiving, that you're coming into contact with in this moment. Maybe it's a thought pattern. Maybe it's an emotion. Maybe it's a subtle sensation, a tingling, a pulsing, or maybe all of these or multiple of them at once. Can you invite everything into your field of awareness? No effort required. Just letting it all be here. And start to notice your breath coming in and out of the body. Ever so gently beginning to draw your field of awareness in, slightly more narrow towards the breath, honing in eventually on the breath as it comes in and out of the body. Can you notice the inhalation through the nose, exhale out the nose or the mouth? Notice the difference of this more open awareness and this more focused, concentrated attention as you stay with the breath. So as we move for the next 30-ish minutes or so for this little movement practice, it's your choice if you want to be more open or be more focused based on the energy that you need to cultivate. If you're not already there, slowly start to find this Sukhasana position, this easy pose, crossing the legs. And I have my left shin in front if you want to match, or you can have your right shin in front. We'll do both sides, but like I mentioned before, shins parallel to the top of the mat. When you arrive in that seat, take a tug on the front shin, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. On the exhale, dive the chest forward, beginning to fold into yourself, finding more of this closed, introverted position, rounding through the spine. We'll just take a few rounds of breath here. Again, you can find stillness, let yourself fold, or maybe explore the space of your mat, crawling hands right to left, feeling into the side body a little bit more. Inhale, coming back through center, and then we'll just switch sides. So send the legs long, maybe give them a bit of a shake. And then place opposite shin in front. Again, hips away from heels, heels away from each other, shins parallel to the top of the mat. Feel the knife's edges of the feet root you down. And take an inhale, lift you up. Exhale, cast the heart out in front of you. And as you enter into the shape, you might feel lifted. You might even stay lifted. That's perfectly fine. Try to find some length through the low back. At least at first, when you enter into the pose, when you first touch it. As you linger there, feel free to let the spine round. You can even let the crown of the head fall. And playing that back and forth, that balance between having that more focused concentration and having that more open awareness. Notice different sensations, both inside and outside of the body. Notice more of the acute, single-pointed attention that you want to have. Maybe explore the space of your mat with your hands right to left. When you feel balanced, slowly come back through center. Place hands by hips. Press yourself forward, finding a tabletop, hands and knees, however you want to get there. You don't need to roll over the feet necessarily, but eventually finding our all fours position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, maybe a little wider than shoulder width. Have a nice stable base, and then start to play some of that organic, natural, intuitive movement. Sway through the hips, circle through the hips. Let this be fluid and flowy. Maybe claw the mat with the fingers, check in with the hands. Move through the spine, whatever variation of a cat-cow feels good that you want to take here. Lifting through the heart, finding an inhale there, rounding through the back body. Feel free to integrate kind of a circle or almost like a barrel roll through the chest as you move through the spine. Starting to match the rhythm of your breath and your physicality. Starting to charge up the body with the breath. Using the breath almost like this fire here, creating fuel, creating energy, letting it move through you. And slowly coming back through center. We'll step the feet back, find a high plank, top of a push-up. Think about creating a nice long line from heels through crown. Even think about squeezing your glutes, pressing your hips slightly forward as you pull your collarbones out in front of you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, send hips high. Find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. As much of a bend into the knees as you need there to find that length through the spine, reaching the hips high, pressing into the earth. Find the L shape of your hands, thumb and index finger hugging together. Think about wrapping triceps in, biceps spinning forward, getting wider or more broad through the shoulder blades and the back of the heart. When you're ready, inhale, roll it forward, high plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, send hips high, downward facing dog. Feel the balls of the feet, big toes root you down. Inhale, roll it forward, move through the spine. See if the crown of the head can be the last thing to reach forward. Exhale, hips high, crown of the head is the last thing to point towards the earth. One more round. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, ripple back. Nice. Inhale, roll it forward. We'll hold high plank. Slow and controlled, lowering all the way down to the earth. Feel free to let the knees land as you move to help the journey happen. Hips find the earth. Ground through the tops of the feet. Light through the fingertips. Inhale, low cobra, lifting through the chest. Exhale, lower. Continue to drive the shins forward, lift the low belly in and up. Maybe even float the fingers off the earth. Feel the shoulders moving to the back. Option to cactus the arms. Exhale, lower down, hands by upper ribs. Last time here. Inhale, low cobra, hands down. Option to cactus, or maybe find a variation of locust, Shalabhasana, reaching fingers towards toes, maybe even hovering feet or shins off the earth. Keep drawing the low belly in and up. Keep moving the hips forward. Keep feeling the shoulders move towards the back body. Sip of breath in here. Think about getting longer versus your biggest back bend. Exhale, hands by upper ribs. Chest lowers. Feet land. Tuck the toes. Kick the heels back. Turn on the muscles of the legs. Feel the shoulders still moving to the back body. Your journey up to high plank. Option for a push-up or ground the knees. Move through tabletop. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Hips go high. Cleansing round of breath here. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let something go. Inhale, reach right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, big step right foot to the outside of the right hand. Finding that lizard lunge, rise up to the fingertips. Find some organic, natural movement here in your lizard. You can move forwards and back. Sway side to side, find a circle or almost like a figure 8 shape in the hips. Start to let your awareness go broad for a moment. You can even check in with the right leg, move into the hamstring, straightening the right knee. Slowly come back to center, grounding through the hands, square the shoulders and hips to the earth. Take an inhale, reach your skull out in front of you. Exhale, big step, left foot meets outside of left hand. Active squat at the top of the mat, hips sit low. Inhale, reach fingers forward. So not our low passive squat or malasana. Hips are gonna be just about in line with the knees, reaching forward, lengthen the spine. Sip of breath in here. Exhale, press up to stand, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull hands through heart center. Active squat, inhale, reach fingers forward. Exhale, we'll reverse course. Plant the hand, step left foot to the back of the mat. Find your lizard. Then find a twist. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Turn the right ribs up. On the exhale, we're going to bring right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Extended side angle, spin to the knife's edge of the left foot. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Opening through the chest here. Gaze maybe finds the left fingers. See if you can stay nice and long through the sideways. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Hips go high. Keeping this rhythm, moving to the left side. Inhale, reach left heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, big step, left foot outside of left hand. Find lizard. Come up to the fingertips. You can also bring hands to blocks here. Let the chest have a little more space. Find some organic movement through the hips. Notice differences between the sides. And the body's certainly not symmetrical, especially in the hips. So if this side is kind of calling for something different, feel free to let it move there. Another round or so of breath here. Try to keep the chest nice and lifted. Slowly come back to center. Root into the right big toe. Pressing the right heel back. Feel the right glute pressing forward. Sip of breath in. Exhale, big step up, active squat, right foot outside of right hand. Sit the hips low. Inhale, lift chest. Reach fingers forward. Exhale, press to stand, hands to heart. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, pull the energy right through. Active squat, sit the hips low. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse course. Hands come down. Right foot steps back. Root into the right hand or right fingers. Inhale, reach. Left arm up to the sky. Feel the right shoulder still moving to the back body as well as the left. Exhale, extended side angle. Utthita Parshva Konasana, left forearm, left thigh. Spin to the knife's edge of the right foot. Reaching the right arm up to the sky. Can you sit the hips forward and down while staying connected to the right foot? Exhale, hands down, square everything off. Downward facing dog, hips go high. We'll add on from here. This time we're gonna step or float. If you wanna find a hop, both feet to the outsides of the hands towards active squat. Inhale, reach heels up. Exhale, bend knees, look forward to prepare. Exhale, step or float, feet outsides of hands. Inhale, active squat. We add on from here. We're gonna spin the right toes down, spin the right knee down. Find a little low lunge variation to the left side of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms high. Push the hips forward. Exhale, hands pull through heart center. Kick your right heel towards your bum. As much or little of the right toes as you need. Press into the left foot. Rise up, half staff. Right knee in towards chest. Find your balance here. Find your gaze, your drishti, anywhere you want to be with the hands to help you stabilize. And then we move towards standing figure 4. Right ankle, top of left knee. Keep the right toes flexed as you sit the hips back. Not here long. Find your breath. Keep moving that left hip back in space. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, find depth. Inhale, right knee back into chest. Open through the right hip, square off, active squat. Sit the hips low. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, spin left toes down, spin left knee down. Low lunge variation to the right side of the mat. Inhale, push hips forward, reach arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Shift weight forward, kick left heel to bum. Half staff. Inhale, left knee into the chest. I'll face forward just so you can see me, but we'll find that figure 4 shape, left ankle, top of right knee, sit the hips back in space. Can you be the shortest person in the room from the waist down, tallest person in the room from the waist up? If you're the only person in your room, then that's really easy. Inhale, half staff, left knee into the chest. Open the left hip, active squat, sit the hips back in space. Inhale, reach fingers forward. Exhale, hands come down, step or float, feet to the back of the mat, move through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Active legs, exhale, active core, send hips high. Nice. Take an inhale from here, reach your right heel high. Exhale, lizard lunge, right foot outside of right hand, right into our twist. Inhale, reach right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, extended side angle. Left arm goes high. From here, pressing into the right hand, active in the left leg. We're gonna step the right foot to the back of the mat, find side plank, Vashisthasana. Inhale, open through the chest. Option to lift left leg, maybe find wild thing, stepping left foot behind the right knee. From here, draw left knee in towards chest. Let the left hand land. We're gonna move towards active pigeon at the top of the mat, letting the left shin find the earth, grounding through the top of the right foot. Get light through the fingertips, maybe hover the hands. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, reach your heart forward. Try to kiss the ground with your chin. Maintaining length through the spine. Inhale, root into the ground with the legs, reach up through the crown. Maybe fingers reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. We're moving towards Gomukhasana. Draw the right knee behind the left. Toes angle out wide, hips sit back, left knee stacked over right. If Gomukhasana is not where the hips are at today, feel free to find Sukhasana, that shape that we found earlier with the left shin in front of the right. No matter what pose you're in with the hips, whether the shins are in that square shape or the knees are stacked, Find an exhale and fold over the legs. Good. From here, begin to inhale, rise up to your seat. Draw the left knee in towards your chest, kick the left heel out in front of you, sweep the left leg wide, and then let the left leg angle out off the left side of the mat. Janu Shirshasana, right foot to left inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up to your seat, moving towards gate pose. Right hand sweeps back behind right hip. Inhale, bridge the hips forward. Lift up, active glutes. Good. Exhale, sit the hips low. Gaze targets the top, or rather the back of the mat. Pressing into the hands, as well as the right foot. Lift through the hips. Then that right foot's going to step up and over to replace the right hand at the back of the mat. Left leg threads back. High crescent lunge facing the back wall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Exhale here, double bent leg lunge as you cactus the arms, bending into the left knee as you pull the shoulders down the back. And then inhale, kick the left heel back as you open through the chest, reach fingers up. Exhale, bending the knees as you cactus. One more time, inhale, get bigger in every direction. Exhale as you cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, we vinyasa. Right foot steps back, high plank. Lower down chaturanga, maybe integrate a push-up if you want to build a little more strength, a little more heat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high. Nice. Work is the same. We move left side. Inhale, reach left heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps outside of left hand. Find your twist. Inhale, reach left arm high. Exhale, left hand comes down inside of left foot. Spin the right foot down as you reach the right arm high. Extended side angle pose. Inhale here. Strong through the left hand. Begin to get lighter on the left leg, eventually stepping the left foot back. Find your side plank. Option for wild thing, lifting through right leg, stepping right foot up and behind the left leg. Active glutes here, inhale. We're going to move towards active pigeon, drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Let the right hand land at the back of the mat. Right shin lands at about a 45. And feel free to bounce into this pose. Take a minute to land. Eventually ground into the top of the left foot and the right shin. Get lighter through the fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the heart out in front of you. Inhale, rise. Maybe reach the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, hands down, framing the front leg. Moving towards Sukhasana or Gomukhasana. Left knee comes behind. The right knee, toes angle out, hips sit back. Find your seat. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, find your fold. 2 rounds of breath here. Send the breath into the hips, or really wherever you're feeling sensation. Can you imagine that your lungs are located in that part of your body where you're feeling the stretch? Letting your awareness travel deeper while simultaneously noticing a little bit more. Inhale, begin to rise back up to your seat. Lift the right leg in towards the chest, squeeze the inner thigh, then kick the right heel out in front of you, then sweep the right leg wide off the mat, setting up for Janu Shirshasana. Left foot, to the right inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find your fold. 1 round of breath here, just checking in with the right hamstring. Inhale, rise back up to your seat. Left hand sweeps back behind left hip. Gate pose, bridge the hips out in front of you and up to the sky as you reach the heart up. Right fingers up and back. Exhale, hips sit low. Gaze targets the top of the mat. Hands target the top of the mat. Press into the ground. Hover hips. Anchor through the knife's edge of the right foot. Left foot steps up and over. Right foot threads back to the back of the mat. Feet are on railroad tracks as you inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, double bent leg lunge, cactus your arms open through the chest. Inhale, kick right heel back, reach fingers up, get bigger. Exhale, cactus as you bend the knees. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, cactus. Last time here, high crescent lunge. Inhale, get big. Exhale, hands down, we vinyasa, high plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Again, maybe integrate that push-up. Move against gravity. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, send the hips high. Cleansing round of breath here, in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, let something go. We're gonna step or float feet through the hands. Doesn't have to be fancy though. When you're ready, inhale, prepare. Exhale, make it happen. Find your seat at the top of the mat. Navasana, boat pose, send the legs long. Rooting into the sits bones. Option to reach the fingers out in front of you. Hold here. Inhale. Slowly tuck the tail underneath you. Find your low boat pose. Finding the low back on the earth, chest stays lifted. Holding here. Inner thighs hug together. Option to cactus the arms or maybe reach the fingers up overhead, framing the head with the biceps. Take an inhale here. And exhale, let it all land. Full body stretch, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, set yourself up for bridge or wheel. Ending with a heart opener of your choice, arms either down by your side as the feet come in hips width or fingers up by your ears if you're taking Urdhva Dhanurasana. Rooting into the soles of the feet, inhale, bridge the hips up to the sky. If you're in your bridge and you're noticing your shoulders are maybe a little constricted, then grab the outsides of your mat, try to pull your mat apart. Feel the broadening through the collarbones, shoulders rolling towards the spine. Magnetize the heels in towards your hips like you're pulling your shins underneath you. Feel the hamstrings awake and available. Sip of breath into the belly. And exhale, lower down. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider. And then windshield wiper the legs side to side. Releasing any tension through the low back. And slowly coming back to center, finding constructive rest pose. Feet out wide, knees, inner thighs coming together. Anywhere you want to be with the upper body that's comfortable. Maybe you have hands on the belly or chest. Arms could also be out wide to a T or cactus, opening into the heart space, and chest and shoulders. Eyes can close here, let the gaze go inwards. Or have that soft gaze up towards the ceiling, again, not focused on anything in particular. Taking in your whole environment, internal and external. Maybe feeling your heartbeat. Bringing the awareness to the breath. Can you focus your attention on the breath? Find the exhale. Can you let it lengthen? Can you let it soften? Find the inhale. Can you let it be not only deep but wide, expanding in every direction? We'll take one cleansing round of breath here with a little pause at the top. So a regular breath in, and we'll take a little hold, then a sip of breath in to totally fill the lungs, and a long exhale, sigh. Exhale to prepare, empty the lungs. When you're ready, inhale through the nose into the belly. Pause, holding for a moment. Sip of breath in, totally full, and exhale out the mouth to clear. As you allow the natural rhythm of the breath to come back into the body, feel free to stay here. Find any other closing postures that you want to find. or move towards Shavasana, your final resting pose, letting legs go long, arms down by your side. Feel free to linger there for as long as you need. As always, thank you all so much for practicing with us. Peace.